Well, good morning, everybody. It is April 14th, 2025, and it's the favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody, my name's Paul.
Good morning. Hey, this is Bev.
Oh, really?
Where am I?
And it's also the favorite time of our month.
It is. We get to do it together.
Together.
Again.
Isn't there a song?
There is. Together
Together
again.
Oh, yeah. Sing.
There's a couple. No.
She's actually a good singer, everybody. So.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to talk about a new lease on life, a new lease here at the center. But first, we want to take care of a little business, which is always fun because we have our dream catcher. This week we have Al Trice with us. Good old Al. He died decades ago, and he was our corporate man. He did a lot of corporate trainings and helped us develop the foundation.
Wow.
And
thank you, Al.
Yeah, and he used to run board retreat things. Mm-hmm. He always said, you know, for such a chaotic organization, you're very organized.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, he used to love it. So Al Trice over there in the land of freedom, we send you all of our love and energy as you're in the middle of the dream catcher.
Yes.
If you'd like to be in the dream catcher, just send us a picture of where you reside on the planet. And whether it's for yourself or a loved one, you know, we'd be happy to put him in the center of the dream catcher.
Yeah.
And
yes,
we had another amazing class with Eileen at the center. And let's show you those folks here. Where is that? Right here. There they are, 4 people in that class.
I love that picture.
Yeah, a great picture next to our new little
beautiful
velvet background there.
Yes.
I don't know the people's names or who's who. I do know that the fellow standing there is actually a nurse, came for his CE credits.
Wonderful. I'm
and
so happy.
Wants to get certified. I think he's out of Phoenix, or a friend of our practitioner out in Phoenix.
Right.
So congratulations to all of the students that worked with Eileen this past weekend. We do have classes every month here in Tucson, in person, and then we do our virtual trainings every other month.
Yep.
So easy to learn BioTouch, and we're just here to help you learn it any way you want. We also have correspondence courses where you can just go at your own pace. We have, written material and videos that we send you. So.
Yeah, we certainly do.
So let's talk about what we mean by a new lease.
New lease. Well, practically, you can tell.
Yeah, practically, we have a new lease on our building this month, and thought, well, that's a good way to start. You know, the new lease on the building, we've been here for 23 years.
23 years.
23 years. So let's show you the building, just on the physical sense, what we've created.
Yeah.
Lots of changes.
Lots of changes.
Yeah.
Kind of a new lease.
Yeah, a new lease on life at the center.
That's it.
And it's only been, this past year that we really finished.
We really have finished,
yeah.
Right.
So let's show you some of the design. So there's our front door.
There's our front.
And as you can see, we're international headquarters, as we're located 5634 East Pima Street.
Pima Street, down on, look at that.
Yeah.
Love that wall.
Those 2 statues, we have no idea how old they really are, but Bev found those with Sherilyn, and they have 2 fingers on them. Let's see if I can stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2
fingers, the 2 fingers over the heart, right? And then the other 2 over the almost
the greening point.
When I saw those, I went, "Are you kidding me?" And then I said to Sherilyn, "Look at these," and she goes, "Oh, are you kidding me?" I'm like, "Those are ours. We have to have them."
So then we have there's just one of the walls,
waiting areas
it just turned out amazing. Just those pictures that Michelle did those on canvas,
and Anne actually kind of completed that little trio of wonderful art right there. Yes, it's lovely.
And then we move into the whole desk area. I mean, it took me months to find that kind of a desk.
No kidding.
And so and we took down, there was a wall behind that.
Down
we took
that wall,
so it opened it all up, and as you'll see in the back there, that is our member services.
Oh, that's so nice.
And if you're not a member yet and would like to be, join the foundation, and you can get you get the manual with the DVD in a PDF form, not the DVD. You get a PDF form.
Right.
you can get supplements at a 30% discount off of retail.
And you've always made sure that our supplements and our products are of the highest quality, I must say.
And those are available to all members. You order direct, and shipping is free. And a little small percentage comes to the foundation. You know, we just always want to make high quality supplements available to our members. And then here locally, there are some on the shelf which are even a little more discounted.
Yep.
So that's our center that we've done, and the space has two purposes, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. Our vision, the board of the foundation, decided that it was time. This was like 2 years ago at one of our retreats, remember? We came together and thought, we are actually moving into a new lease on life here for this center. And what do we want to reflect? We want to reflect the fact that we are an international educational foundation, and we wanted our headquarters to reflect that. And we certainly have accomplished that, because this is a place of learning, a place of training and classes to introduce to people BioTouch, for them to learn BioTouch. That's really what we are here to do.
Right. And so even I notice when Eileen does the class, she brings out the tables. There's, people sit, and it's an open space to have trainings.
Oh, she really does a great job in creating that environment.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also a space that we allow members to utilize. And if they charge for it, they give us a percentage back. We do have the local naturopath. He's been a naturopath for, 60, 70 years or something. Dr. Deal comes
here. He's
like
a local icon, right?
Yeah, well, he's actually a international icon. And he teaches a class here. Other people have used the space.
Yep.
Massage therapists who are members can rent out our rooms too. So we wanted to create a space that the community could use.
Exactly.
And if they charged for it, then a little bit came back to the foundation.
Yep.
So to help us pay for our new lease, which
bet.
of course every year goes up.
Right. Of course.
And then locally, we really wanted to create a much more open flow space. And everybody that's come
my gosh,
from the past, they're
wow,
like, yeah,
so different. Well, that's, it's really cool, because what we've done was we designated certain areas, as you were showing, to qualify, and the different parts of ourselves. On this other far wall that we're not showing is an educational, really, right there, yes, with all of our materials, all of our books, the little library that we let our members do for their own self-awareness and learning a lot about different things, and information about our classes, and it's just, our book is on display there. So all of our materials, our posters, we've just brought it all together in these concise little areas in this space that has just transformed it. Yeah. Totally.
And then when people come who don't know anything about us, right? I mean, like all these people, there's at least 30 people every month.
Right.
They see this all. And then, our next goal is to have on our TV screen this video loop that has all of our practitioners and a little story about them and different, and update the classes on there, and there's always nice music out in the lobby. So it's a really nice space locally for people who come for sessions with our volunteer staff. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's an all volunteer staff that offers sessions on a donation basis.
Right.
And people say, well, what's your standard donation?
I know.
Donation means you donate whatever you want.
We've all been asked that. Well, that's a lovely idea. So can you give me an idea of what the donation should be? And I'm like, see, that's part of the whole deal here.
So that's been a real blessing, and in a sense a curse, because people say, well, if you don't put a price on it, it doesn't have a worth.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're like, no, we're going to change that.
We're
paradigm.
Here to be part of that change, actually.
Yes.
That's it.
How can we share something that we find a worth in for the community, and those who have a little more can leave a little more, and those who have none can, but there's no accountability unless people want to write it off, because it's strictly a donation and we have no set fees for what we do. We're just offering freely what we do.
Right.
Then people can write it off, as a tax deduction.
I know.
We're a 501c3 tax exempt organization authorized by the state of Arizona and the Internal Revenue Service.
Right.
We got all the paperwork for that, and we've been authorized by the Arizona state that people can actually take a tax credit. Ooh,
Yes.
So instead of paying the state your $500, you can donate $250 to us and write that off of your bill to the state. So, we've done the work to create the space, the physical space, to offer BioTouch locally and globally.
Yes.
And we've been really blessed with that. And Bev over here, she's the leader of this organization as the president of the board.
Well, I think we're all...
No. Thank you. You're welcome.
I do but try.
To offer, she leads the board and our ideas, and we're constantly moving and growing. And so if you have any ideas of how you might see us grow, whether it's our website presence, if you're locally in the center, we're always open to different ideas.
Please.
We discuss things. I don't know how many people have said, we really should start charging. And it's like, okay, well, we'll take that into consideration.
Right. Thank you for your input.
Thank you for your input. And we'll talk about it over and over and over, but we still are standing by the no charge. We have, people say, well, how do you make money? Well, most of it's contributions. The second part of it is our classes. I was telling just somebody yesterday, a dear friend of mine who works in Seattle, we have $18 for our membership, and you get the manual, the whole training. And she's like, well, that's reasonable. Yeah. And then $48 for our virtual training, which is a one-day training. Our in-person training is $98. And a little more is added on if you want CE credits. We're authorized by the Nurses Association, California Board of Registered Nurses, and the National Massage Board to offer CE credits. So,
oh yeah, what a deal!
We're doing the work on the physical plane to make this available.
That's our job.
Yeah,
that's our responsibility, and at the same time, can I say, holding a very high integrity.
Yes,
this is why we don't charge, because as we said before, part of our responsibility as a organization is to present a new idea and to stand by it and hold it. And this is why we just keep reiterating all of these basic foundational tenets about this organization. Nothing's changed since you began and had that first class in 89?
Yeah. Nothing
has changed about how we teach that class. We've held the integrity consistently. And that is just nothing but wonderful, actually.
Yeah.
In this fluctuating world of, we've hold fast to the vision that we know is true about humanity.
Yes.
The oneness, the connectedness, that whole, thing that goes on. And I'm just so honored to be a part of keeping that alive. Because as we know, things are falling apart, and this new lease on life, that's coming into people's consciousness. The changing, what's going on? How can I make different choices? Well, you and I and everybody else that has participated in this BioTouch movement, this revolution, understands that that's what BioTouch, that's one of its gifts, is to help us along that road, that journey of reinventing ourselves, taking a new lease on life, as we say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we did that too. And one thing I forgot to mention too is we've opened ourselves to participating in the healing modality. So we've just been authorized also to certify people as energy healing practitioners, certified practitioners in the energy healing modality world. Because that's a new big thing happening that they're starting to regulate, So we got right in on that too.
Well, I've said this many times. This organization, for what we offer, is this unique gift of love. We are cutting edge. We jump right in there. Eileen Webster, one of our instructors who did this class, she was paramount in helping us to get in touch with this national organization, and we just jumped right in there. Yeah. And now we are, as you say, we are able to offer what's coming down the line.
Yeah.
Okay, already.
So, that's and so it's time for you to jump in. Let BioTouch be a new lease on your life.
Yeah.
Let it be part of your healthcare protocol. Again, this is not something you do instead of. We've taken painstaking efforts to make sure you don't do this instead of. So we have these workshops every month where we show you how you can incorporate this with a particular health condition you're working with and how you can use it with your standard care. If you're going in for an operation, you're going in for your radiation, you're taking your supplements, you're taking your medication, how can you add BioTouch? How can you, a new lease on life, how can I take more responsibility for my health care?
Ooh, there's the big one.
Yeah.
And that's actually in our vision statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
To help encourage people to take responsibility and make different choices and serve.
Yes.
And it's perfect.
So this, and that word serve, this is also serving one another, because
Yes.
it's not a technique that is taught working on yourself. It's taught to touch another human being. So this new lease on life is, okay, let's bring back relationship here.
That's an important thing to say, Paul. Yeah.
We have, a country and a world that's separating and people
Fear.
taking sides and building fear and anger and resentment. And BioTouch is so perfect. It's just like that ex-CIA agent said. BioTouch is the biggest, greatest revolution he had ever seen. He said, because this one was based on love.
There you go.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where humanity is heading. This new lease on our community, communal life as a group, has to happen through love. And BioTouch is right there. It's already there. And it's absolutely the new way. It's always been there. It's our nature, but it's been covered up so deeply that it's all kind of like a new thought now, Yeah.
So join us, take out a lease rental agreement with us.
Ooh. Oh, yes.
Sign up for our, even if you just want to get our emails, go to our website, justtouch.com. Just get information. We send out these shows every Monday. They're also cut down into little 1 to 2 minute
segments.
Blips that are being posted on Instagram and TikTok and Blue Sky and Facebook, and they're sent in emails, and a new lease on life. Let's send these out to people. Let's flood the waves with BioTouch, and then it doesn't matter if people click on it or not, but at least they're getting it. They're getting the juice.
Again, that's part of our responsibility, isn't it?
Right.
To get it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here every Monday. Been doing that for over 8 years.
Oh, boy.
That's why we signed a new lease here at the center, because we need a physical space to do these web presentations, to have our classes. The board meets here.
This is the heart of the foundation.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes. And so from our heart to your heart, we encourage you to join us in practicing BioTouch. Let's all bring a new lease on life.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
All right. So that's it for what we have today. We'll see you all next week, and have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week, yeah.
Hi. Happy Easter, I guess, coming up. Yeah.
On Sunday.
On Sunday, and it's Passover for all those who are practicing Passover.
Absolutely.
So happy holidays and happy touching. Bye all.
Bye.
Days in and days out, Space and time is all about feeling pressure with the pain, in sunshine or in the rain. Living is a place in mind, giving is being kind, and the pain is too much. What we need is bio-touch. When I'm touching you, you are touching me. It's a simple thing to do and a natural way to be.